so much for listening to this episode of Earrings Off. We want to invite you to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. You can find us on Facebook at Earrings Off Podcast and on Instagram at The Earrings Off Podcast.
Welcome to Earrings Off. I'm Lou.
And I'm Teresa. Let's get started.
Hello, partner. How are you?
Well, I am doing fine. I just got back from Sin City, Vegas, and that was an experience.
Wait. Did you win?
I didn't win, but I'm such a high roller. I only spent like $20. So, actually I spent 15, won 5, then lost that. So that was really all. Teresa, I'm telling you, I wasn't on edge out there, but honestly, I don't know what kind of personality I have because I do have some addiction tendencies.
No, I don't know that.
Yeah, ice cream, sugar. Those are the same thing. So seriously, Teresa. So I didn't know, if I go out there, am I going to be one of these people that gets hooked? So I was very cautious. That's one part of my story that I'm sticking to it. The other part is I couldn't understand how to play anything. So my friend and I, we were asking the people in the casinos how to play stuff.
Oh, y'all were getting on their nerves.
You know what the lady told us? She said, "Come here, just a minute, come here." She took us to a section. She said, "This is a simple game to play. So you can do this one." So we pretty much stayed on the games that sort of looked like, the video games that my grandkids played, but that's what I played. Teresa, I couldn't figure out the rest of the stuff. We kept putting money in. We couldn't get it to light up or start or anything. It was sad. It was sad.
And so they actually use money in the machines.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? We had to go and get the chips. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't mean the money. We had to go get the chips to transfer to put in there and stuff.
Yeah. Because we stopped by the casino on the cruise when we did the girlfriend's cruise in October.
Yeah.
And it was all digital. We were so lost.
Yeah.
We were like, we didn't know where to begin.
Yeah.
Right? I had no fear of becoming addicted.
No,
I need my coins.
No, I tell you what, but get this. When we went to get our money, have it exchanged into the chips or whatever you call them, the two ladies behind the desk, we said to them, we don't know what we're doing, but we want to try to play something. So what would you suggest we do? Do you know what both of them said to us? One lady said, "Oh, I don't play. I don't
That's
play.
right.
And the other said, "Oh no, I don't play. I like my money. I can't afford to lose my money." And when we turned from them and walked away, we were going, "Wow." They looked at us like that was taboo. They would not dare play at any point.
They've probably seen some things. They've probably seen people lose everything.
Yeah.
Anywhere from people losing everything to people winning. They've probably seen the ups and the downs, the heartaches.
Well, but
the highs and lows.
There were some people there that I thought I saw the night before. And I was coming in about 11 or something. It was late the night before. And I mean, after doing all that. Not late for some people, but anyway, late for me. Don't judge me. That was late for me. But then we get up the next morning, like for coffee or something, and I thought I saw some people that were still hovered over those machines,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And then, what else was different? I had been warned that they smoke everywhere there. And you when you get in the environments that I'm typically in, there is no smoking inside. So that was, even though someone had told me to prepare for that, and I knew it would happen. But to just be there and see people smoking like we now only see in movies or on the big screen, that was something to see.
Yeah,
But
I can't imagine.
had a good trip. Just anytime you get to hang out with friends and relax on vacation, it was just good. Just a short little break, but I needed it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
but Teresa, let me tell you something. Okay, I got back late Thursday night, so I went to the gym Friday morning. Do you know I had a time getting my heart rate up? I think because I'd been on vacation.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it took a little longer than
Wow.
it usually does, and I thought, that's the only thing I could have contributed to.
No, Lou, you probably just weren't moving.
I was too. Why you always trying to rain on my parade? I was too. You know what? You are such a hater. You act like I was just at the gym. Listen, I
Yes,
was
because you
working out.
now that could be true, Lou. I'm not trying to be
What's
funny.
that? Yeah.
You just thought you were going for it, but you were
Okay. You
actually
act like I'm an
not.
idiot on top of not doing anything. First of
I'm
all, I was on the treadmill, so it's not like there was guesswork. I put it on my same speed after I warmed up, which may not be a lot to some people, but at my age 4.0, I was getting it. Okay. That was a lot for me. Okay.
yeah.
So Teresa, you know what? Let's just start because you know what? You getting on my nerves. You get on my nerves so
Lou, there was no intent to
always
get on your
trying to make
nerves.
you are
No,
always trying to cast aspersions about me
no.
and my fitness, what I do. That's a lie. You try to encourage me. You don't care. You don't talk bad about me.
That's
But that
right,
was not
Lou.
good,
I
Teresa. That was
don't.
some judgment in there.
It was not.
It was too.
Honestly,
It was
you
too.
took it
Lou,
that
you
way.
probably weren't doing your. I know what I was doing. You don't need guesswork on the treadmill. Put it on the same darn thing you put it on there all the time. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All
Oh
righty then.
Lord.
A
Okay.
bit
See,
of
you know
caffeine
what?
this
You know
morning for
what?
you.
You take me places I do not see. I just had a nice vacation, and then I come back and you throw that out there. You messed up my whole vibe. Messed it
All
up.
righty then,
Messed it
folks.
up, folks.
Welcome
What I
back
did.
to Earrings
Welcome
Off.
back, people.
In case you were wondering if this was a fight channel, this is actually the Earrings Off podcast.
Yes, that's us.
I love my partner. We love
Yes.
each other. And
Yes.
we digress.
Yes.
So today, you know what we're talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
We're talking about pickleball, and we are the
Pickleball Queens. That's what we
all
dubbed
righty then.
ourselves and don't
Yes.
hate.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Don't hate on us. But yes.
And today's episode is a big one because last time we told you that in the next episode, we'd be talking about how to stay safe on the court. And listen, pickleball is fun. Really, it is so much fun. But it's also the fastest growing sport and the fastest growing reason people are Googling, why does my knee sound like bubble wrap? You can be injured on the court if you're not careful.
Is that a thing, Lou? I didn't realize, but yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a real thing, Teresa. Yeah.
Okay. If you're new to the game or if you've already pulled something you didn't know you had, this episode is for you.
Teresa is so true because remember I told you at during my pickleball 101 where I was learning to play, I injured myself the first
Hmm.
time out. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Let's start with the most ignored part of pickleball, Lou.
Yeah.
Did you warm up?
I did not. I
Hmm.
did not. And Teresa,
So
that was it.
warming up. I know. I know. Everyone wants to jump straight into dinking like they're in the finals of the US Open, child. But warming up is a real thing and you need
It
to do it.
well, and Teresa, you know what? I think had I been thinking that I'm going to be working out on the court, I would have warmed up because that's my natural thought. But for some reason, when they said they were going to be teaching me pickleball, I didn't even make the connection that I was going to be actually moving so much, you know? And
Mhm,
so
mhm.
I did not warm up. And I am telling you folks, when you don't warm up, your body is not ready. Your hamstrings they're still operating in Netflix mode. So you have to give them a moment. And I am telling you, people, from personal experience, I was in pain, and it was because I did not warm up.
My pickleball experience, my pickleball 101 class was a little different. Okay.
Uh-huh.
The
Uh-huh.
first thing the teacher had us do is to warm up. So we did.
Why are you trying to make your teacher sound better than my teacher?
No,
I'm sorry, Bob. Uh, so I had a great teacher. You're always trying to make my stuff look like it's less than yours.
did
Bob
I just
didn't
say
know I
my
had. Bob
experience
thought I
was
had enough
different?
sense to warm up myself. He didn't know I wasn't warmed up.
Lou, did I just say my experience was a little different?
Yeah, but you
That's
always
it.
trying to
Why are
make
you so sensitive
your
today?
your stuff sound more high class than mine. I don't like
I
it.
I
Okay,
sense
don't
something
think
is
I didn't
I
pick up on it.
I sense a little something is going on, and I think it's time for you and I to check in with our therapist. And no
Listen,
joke about that.
okay, whatever.
So, like I was saying, it was a little different.
Okay,
No shade on your
okay,
experience.
go
This
on.
was my experience.
Okay, go
We
on.
warmed up. We
Yes.
warmed up. We did
Uh-huh.
all the things. We
Okay.
jogged. We jogged. We had arm circles. We did some stretches. We spent a little time getting our bodies ready for the movement of the game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know that now, Teresa, but like I said, I just didn't make the connection. And let me tell you what I have learned though. I do all of that now. I make sure I warm up, and I also do some wrist warm ups, and I do some ankle warm ups. Folks, I'm telling you, you want to make sure you're doing that. You're warming up properly, so that you're not having to, do the icing later.
Yeah. I will tell you um, a mistake that I did make. I went out on the court not knowing that there was a specific type of shoe for pickleball. Okay. So
Yeah,
I went out in my Hokas,
yeah,
and that was something that someone pointed out to me right away.
yeah,
They said that you're going to want to lose those. And
yeah,
I'm like, what do you mean? So shoes are important. The right shoes are important. Pickleball courts are basically slip and slide traps waiting to happen if you're wearing the wrong type of shoes.
yeah. Teresa and I had the same experience. I went out there in my Hokas. The guy said to me, "You're going to need different shoes." That the sole was way too thick for the pickleball court. And because I heard that, I immediately went out because I certainly don't want to injure myself. Running shoes are designed to move forward, and as you said, pickleball requires side to side movements. If you try to shuffle in running shoes, you might as well be wearing a banana peel.
Lou, can you talk a little bit about that though? What shoe did you buy? Because I didn't go out and buy a new shoe.
Oh,
What
you
shoe?
did?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a shoe
Well,
specifically for pickleball?
yeah, they have pickleball shoes.
Okay.
I pulled up some reviews. I settled on, I have two pairs now. Well, actually, both of them are Skechers though,
Okay. Okay.
because when I did my little reviews and I saw that Skechers was recommended and they fit my budget. Bought a pair of those, had no problem with them. So when I wanted another pair, I just stuck with Skechers. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I went out and bought some pickleball shoes because Teresa, I just cannot afford not to have the right
That's
equipment.
right.
I used to work with a lady years ago, and she was a runner. She told me, she said, I change out my shoes. I get new shoes every few months. And I was like, at that time, I was thinking, okay, I don't get sneakers like that. She said, Lou, you have to make sure that you're
Hmm.
starting, you gotta have the right shoes for whatever you're doing. And so, yeah, I immediately went out and got those.
So I'm in the market for some shoes. I just have been wearing my old tennis shoes
Okay.
that I
They
play tennis
they're
in.
the sole is thinner on them.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
Hmm.
court shoes equal stability.
Right.
Stability equals fewer ankle
Uh,
rolls. Fewer ankle rolls equals you get to keep playing instead of sitting on the sidelines,
yeah.
Googling urgent care near me.
So true. And Teresa, that's what happened to me, the ankle roll.
Ah.
The ankle roll was the thing
Mm-hmm.
that got me the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I take time because I know that that may be one of my weaker points because I broke my ankle in eighth grade. So
Mm-hmm.
now I make sure that I'm doing my exercises before I go out there. And Nasheed is laughing at me. He's like, you have to do all of that before you play pickleball. Absolutely, I do. Because you know what? When I do all of this, I don't get injured when I go out.
Right, right.
So,
So the
uh,
shoes matter,
yeah.
and you know what else matters
What's
is
that?
court etiquette.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's safety isn't just physical. It's also about awareness. Court etiquette matters. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I tell you, being mindful of your position on the court. Don't walk behind someone, midpoint. That's how you get hit with the ball traveling. And so just stay alert to where you are on the court.
If a ball is loose on your court or if it goes to a court on the side of you, just call out ball on. And people in the pickleball world, you guys know what that means.
Yeah.
It's a stray ball that has rolled onto the court. So safety first, pride second. Now,
And
the importance of that ball being on, you don't want anyone to step on it
yeah,
and trip. It's about being safe first.
yeah. So you're alerting nearby players that there is a ball there so that they
Mhm.
don't trip on it, like you're saying, and get injured. So
Right, because they're in the process of likely playing a point, right?
right, right,
And they
right.
don't see that,
Yeah,
and they could easily hurt themselves, and
yeah,
you're trying to avoid
yeah.
an injury.
Teresa, one thing that was stressed throughout the class and I've had some coaching as well. They tell you that even though you love pickleball, like you said, you might get caught up in trying to get a point or advance the game. Do not run backwards for a lob. Just don't run backwards on the pickleball court. Turn around and run forward. Your spine will thank you. It's a safer practice. So I just don't run backwards. At one time, I played with this lady and she ran backwards a couple of times and we stopped the game for us to just remind her, you're running backwards out here and you're
Yeah.
more prone to trip and to fall if you're doing that.
Right. In the class that I took, when someone ran backwards, they would get a warning from the teacher, right?
Uh-huh.
If
Uh-huh.
they did it a second time, they had them sit down
Yeah.
because it's real. It is an advanced move. So when you become pro, it's okay to do that, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as a beginner, and I've seen people take a spill. I've seen
Yeah,
people
yeah,
hurt themselves
yeah,
because they lose their footing going backwards to try to
yeah,
hit a lob. But
yeah,
yeah, that's real talk.
yeah. But Teresa, what I've learned is that surprisingly at first I couldn't get back to the ball if I didn't, go backwards. But now if you're paying attention to the game, you might surprise yourself and be able to get there and stay in the game. But I tell you what, pickleball is sneaky. You think you're just casually playing, and suddenly, ooh, this is my experience. You're sweating like you're in a sauna wearing a winter coat. I sweat profusely when I'm out there playing, but I have to also be honest. I consider sweating as a badge of honor. I love it. love it. I love it. I don't,
Yeah, we've heard
I
about
know,
that.
I know some people are looking at me like, well, and I know they're not just looking at me like they're wondering if I'm okay because they ask me, Lou, are you all right? I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm good. I just sweat like this, but don't worry about me. I'm having a ball out here. Yeah.
Well, this is about hydration, but Lou, honestly, that begins, it should begin before the game starts, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you want to start hydrating yourself before you play. You want to bring water to the game. And if you're into electrolytes, you want to bring them. Bring a gallon jug if you're feeling dramatic.
Teresa, I have to ask you because you got a lot of knowledge there. So why do you say if you're into electrolytes? Is there something with
So that's a
electrolytes?
whole subject. So there's something
Because I
electrolytes.
use them.
You also use coconut water, and I think you
Yeah,
use
yeah,
that
yeah.
more than
Yeah, I do.
you do
I do.
electrolytes.
I do.
If you have any conditions
Oh,
like
okay.
that are sensitive to salt, okay,
Oh, okay.
then you want to be careful with
Okay.
the electrolytes because it's sodium, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And even though it's not table salt, and most people who are sensitive to salt only think of table salt as being a problem, but electrolytes are that.
Okay.
They're indeed sodium.
Okay.
And they can exacerbate a condition if you already have it. So I prefer to see someone doing coconut water
Yeah.
instead,
Yeah.
like
That's
what you
good.
do.
That's good stuff. That's good
Mhm,
stuff.
mhm,
And if you're playing outdoors, sunscreen is not optional.
mm,
I
mm.
keep my sunscreen on the top of my bathroom sink to remind me to put it on before I go out there. We want you to win points. We don't want you in any kind of sunburn competition. For African American people, you need sunscreen.
Yeah.
You need sunscreen. So,
We should do an episode about it, Lou. I think
yeah,
there's an opportunity for us to talk about
yeah.
different types of sunscreen, and I'm going to challenge you to put that sunscreen in your pickleball bag. I
Oh,
have it in my pickleball bag.
so
You
you
apply.
reapply it?
Oh yeah. Oh
See,
yeah.
I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I haven't done that. Okay,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
lather it on and then go out there, but I don't even think about reapplying. Teresa,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Because you're sweating and
Yeah,
and
that's
you're
true.
wiping the sweat
I
off.
am doing that.
Yep.
Okay,
So
that's
that
good
when you
stuff.
wipe it off, you're
Yeah,
wiping off but yeah.
yeah. Okay, good, good, good.
Girl, we have to talk about it. Listening
Okay.
to your body because
Yeah,
guess what? It doesn't lie. If
yeah,
something hurts, you need to stop.
yeah.
Pain is not a suggestion. It's your body saying, "Hey, maybe don't do that again."
Teresa, that's so true. And you and I talked about. I'm actually going to a hot yoga class this week, which I'm looking forward to, but I haven't been in over a year.
That's hard to
And
believe.
I tell you what, I've already had a little talk with Lou, with myself, to say, listen, you haven't done this in over a year. Hot yoga is like doing yoga in a sauna. Even though I used to do it, regularly, it was part of my health protocol. I haven't done it in so long. I'm concerned about going back in that heat for 90 minutes. But what I've said to myself is just what you're saying. I'm going to be listening to my body. And if I need to take a break, I'm going to the mat. And however long that break needs to be, that's what it will be. So
Hmm.
I am going to be mindful of listening to my body and taking it at my own pace, not being concerned with what might be happening around me. And that's good advice on the pickleball courts too, because pickleball injuries, oh, this is the other thing I've experienced. Often they come from overuse. I do that because I sometimes overbook myself. I get excited when I get somebody says, I'm going at 2. Do you want to join? I'll say yes. And then I forgot that I've already committed to. Sometimes it happens. And then particularly when the 2 o'clock group doesn't have enough players, you don't want to drop out. It's easy to happen, but make sure that you are not overdoing it. Take breaks that's needed, stretch between games, and this is the kicker. Don't try to play like you're 22 unless you really are 22. Now, if you're 22, you can play like you're 22. But if you're not, please be mindful of that and don't try to play like you're some, 20-year-old when that's just not your reality.
And even then, Lou, maybe chill a little.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
That's good advice because I tell you, we talked about Teresa taking the classes and learning proper techniques. So that you got to learn the fundamentals because that's key. I heard a quote by Michael Jordan. He said that he always made sure to learn the fundamentals to get that down, to get the technique down, because after that, everything else would rise. His game would rise as a result of him having the fundamentals. They called Tim Duncan, who used to play with the San Antonio Spurs, Mr. Fundamental, and that meant that he knew what he should do to have proper form and proper technique because bad form can lead to bad injuries. So if your paddle swing looks like you're swatting a bee, maybe it's time for a lesson or for you to tweak that a bit. And I used to do that. So be mindful of that. Bad form can absolutely lead to injuries.
Yeah, a coach or an experienced player can help you avoid habits that strain your shoulders, your elbows, and your pride.
And Teresa, you know what? It's true because I remember years ago watching the US Open when they talked about Tiger had done so much work on his swing, something he made tweaks to it to try to improve. But while he was getting to that, to actually see it improve, there was a lot of, he was having some challenges with it, just trusting what he was learning, trusting the technique he was instituting. You have to make sure that, okay, if somebody that you're working with more experience or a coach is telling you that you are swatting like a bee or you need to make tweaks, then be sure and listen to that and just trust the process that this will be for your good as you're making these tweaks because learning good technique early makes you look like you know what you're doing, and believe it or not, that adds to your confidence, which much of pickleball is mental. That's half the battle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You also have to know when to hold up, right?
Yeah.
Because pickleball is addictive. Much of
So
it's
addictive. It's so
it's
addictive.
addictive
Yeah.
on a couple of fronts.
Yeah.
The actual play is
Yeah.
fun and
Yeah.
addictive, and the socialization that comes with it.
Oh,
The
absolutely.
people who play it, right? So
Yeah.
pickleball is addictive. We get it. But playing just one more game is how people end up limping to their cars. Don't push it. Like Lou was
Yeah.
saying earlier, sometimes she would find herself overbooked. Try not
Yeah.
to do that to yourself. Start
Yeah.
out very slow. Play one game. Go
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
Relax, recover. We're going to talk about recovering.
Yeah.
Just recover and then go out there and play another. And then maybe by then you can start playing two games. But,
Yeah.
it is fun. It's addictive and you can end up hurting yourself. So
Right.
just
Yeah.
know when to say enough is enough.
And Teresa, what you said earlier about pickleball is addictive, it's fun, but it's also a great way to socialize. What I like about the groups that I play with, we're we look out for one another, So if we notice that somebody's getting tired or they say, you know what, I'm feeling dizzy, we don't have a problem with stopping the game, because we're trying to make sure that every player is okay, and we will insist on that person sitting out. So if you're tired, stop. If you're dizzy, stop. If you start seeing two pickleballs, definitely stop.
Ooh, that's never happened. I hope it
Yeah.
never happens to
Yeah,
me.
I pray not, but
Yeah,
I have been out there where people have felt
yeah.
dizzy, or the heat begins to be intense if you're playing outside.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you
I
just
can see
need
that.
to take a break, and you do need to say, I'm done.
Yeah, and maybe drink some water if you're feeling dizzy and definitely sit down and
Mhm.
maybe even you might need to, I don't want to discourage you, but gosh, you got to know that it's right for you, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say maybe rethink your life choices, but I don't want to say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So
But just think about it because I tell people, people say, well, I can't play, but if I can play, I think most people can play
I
pickleball. You
know,
just
I
have to
know.
figure out what works for you, how you can play safely, you know? So, folks, there you have it. We talked about pickleball safety for beginners. And Teresa and I, we are beginners in playing pickleball, but I tell
Hmm.
you, we are having a ball. It's a great way to get exercise. It's a great way to get outside and get some fresh air, and a great way to just, meet folks and fellowship. So be sure to warm up, wear the right shoes, hydrate, use good technique, listen to your body, and don't be a hero.
Next week, we're going to be diving into something every player wants to know: how to improve your game without spending hours drilling. But
Uh, I tell you what, Lou's one of the players that wants to know that. So as we as we do our research and get ready for that, I'm going to be interested in how to improve your game because that's always the goal. You are getting out there for fun and to have a good time, but you also want to win.
yeah,
You want that to be part of your story as well. Again, we're going to offer some simple, practical ways for you to get better. You can think of it as the pickleball glow up. We're going to be talking about skills.
hmm until then, stay safe, stay hydrated, and stay out of the ER. Bye bye from now from the Pickleball Queens.
Take good care.